Stop letting people say no to you. Most people think persuasion is about arguing, but it's actually about psychology. If you want to master the art of getting what you want, you need to understand these two elite tactics used by top negotiators. Watch until the end because the second one is a game changer. Trick number 1, foot in the door. The concept. The foot in the door technique involves starting with a small request that is easy to agree to and then following up with a larger request. The example. For example, you might first ask someone to help you carry a book, and once they agree, you can then ask them to help with a larger box. Why it works? This approach works because once people agree to a small request, they are more likely to agree to a larger one later. The principle. It relies on the principle of commitment, where agreeing to a small request makes them feel more inclined to say yes to bigger requests. Trick number 2, social proof. The concept. Social proof is a concept where people look at what others are doing to decide what to do themselves. The strategy. When trying to persuade someone, mention that others support your idea. The example. For example, you could say, "Many people in our department think starting the meeting earlier would be helpful." The psychology. This technique works because people often follow the crowd and feel more comfortable with a decision if they know others agree with it. The benefit. Social proof helps in convincing others by showing that your idea has widespread support. Trick number 1, the Zeigarnik effect. The Zeigarnik effect is the tendency for people to remember unfinished tasks better than completed ones. To use this effect, you can leave something open-ended to keep others interested. For example, you might say, "I have a great idea for the project, but I'll tell you more about it tomorrow." This approach creates curiosity and keeps the other person thinking about what's to come. By not providing all the details at once, you maintain their attention and increase their anticipation for the follow-up information. Trick number 2, pacing and leading. Pacing and leading is a technique where you start by matching the other person's behavior or pace in a conversation, and then gradually guide them to your desired topic or tone. For example, if someone is speaking slowly and thoughtfully, you start by mirroring their pace, and then slowly shift to a faster or different rhythm as you guide the conversation. This technique makes transitions feel more natural and helps in building rapport. By initially aligning with their behavior, you create a sense of connection and make it easier to lead the conversation in a direction you want. The power of because involves providing a reason when making a request to increase the likelihood of getting a positive response. For example, instead of just asking, "Can I go ahead of you in line?" you might say, "Can I go ahead of you in line because I'm really late for an appointment?" People are more likely to comply when they hear a reason, even if it's a simple one. The word "because" helps justify the request and makes it seem more reasonable, increasing the chances of getting what you want. Check number 18, the Pygmalion effect. Note, the source image contains a typo "pygmailing." The correct psychological term is the Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect refers to the idea that setting high expectations for others can lead them to perform better if you believe in someone's potential and express this belief. They are more likely to meet or exceed those expectations. For instance, telling a team member, "I know you can handle this project excellently," can boost their confidence and drive them to achieve better results. By setting high standards and showing faith in their abilities, you encourage people to rise to the challenge and perform at their best. Trick number 19, reframing failure. Reframing failure involves changing the way you view and present mistakes or setbacks. Instead of focusing on the negative aspects, you frame them as opportunities for growth. For example, if someone makes a mistake, you might say, "This setback is actually a great chance to improve our approach and get even better results." By reframing failure in a positive light, you help people learn from their mistakes and stay motivated. This approach encourages a growth mindset and fosters resilience by viewing challenges as learning experiences rather than just failures. Do you want to influence people and de-escalate any conflict instantly? These two psychological secrets are used by master communicators to win hearts and minds without even trying. Let's dive into the art of emotional labeling and the reciprocity norm. 1. Emotional labeling. Definition. It is the process of identifying the emotions another person is experiencing and speaking them out loud. The goal is not to analyze the person, but to make them feel that you understand their psychological state and empathize with them. This helps absorb their anger or tension. Example 2. With a friend. If a friend is telling you about a problem while sounding sad, say, "I can hear a hint of disappointment in your voice, is that right?" 2. The reciprocity norm. Definition. It is a natural human tendency to want to return a favor to someone who gave us something first. When you initiate a kind act, even a small one, it creates an internal psychological drive in the other person to return that kindness or agree to your future requests. Example 1. Complimenting. Start your meeting by praising someone's effort, a sincere compliment. This will make them more receptive to your opinion later. Example 2. The small favor. Bringing a cup of coffee to your colleague without them asking will often make them feel a desire to help you when you need them for a difficult task. Which of these tricks will you try today? Let me know in the comments and follow for more psychological hacks.